Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Tuesday afternoon. Welcome into the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside our old friend Brett Pritchard. Welcome back to the Auburn Blitz.
Been a minute.
I'm telling you, it has been a little while, but
not intentional.
Good to see.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you know, life comes up.
Just traveling, man. Just traveling.
You're trying to keep this show afloat.
Trying to keep this place going. You know what I mean? No, good to be back.
Yeah, good to have you here. Obviously. We can talk about anything. There's so much that has happened probably since the last time you got to talk about it. But we'll talk about, obviously, SEC Media Days, Alabama, Mississippi State, Vandy, South Carolina. Talking today, Nick Saban already made his comments at the podium. We talked a little bit yesterday. Greg Sankey got up. Had some interesting tidbits from him about conference realignment and adding teams to the SEC, where the SEC stands on that. NIL has been a big talk, as we knew it would be, and it's going to be from here on out, as far as long as college football exists, I think. But so we can talk about these things much more, whatever you'd like to talk about. If you got any new subjects you'd like to bring up, by all means, let us know. The Major League Baseball draft continued yesterday. It will conclude today, I believe, rounds 11 through 20. Auburn with 3 or 4 players drafted, technically 5. Jonathan Brand was a transfer from Miami of Ohio. That was Auburn was kind of counting on him to come in and be a weekend pitcher for the Auburn Tigers. He actually had the lowest ERA in the country this past year. I think it was like 1.4. So he was they were kind of counting on him, but nonetheless he gets drafted by the Red Sox in the 8th round.
Right.
So you don't get drafted on day 2 unless you pretty much have agreed, I think, that you're going to go and the money's right. So he's more than likely gone. But Blake Burkhalter, Mason Barnett, Trace Bright, and Sonny DeShera all get taken in the draft. We'll see what happens in these next rounds. But congratulations to those guys. We'll talk some more about that as well. Home run derby last night. I don't know.
I watched it.
Pretty entertaining.
Yeah, it was.
Julio. Good
Rodriguez. Well, it looked like he was just going to run away with it.
Yeah.
And I think he got tired. I mean, 30 in first 2 rounds. I think he hit 4 in the first round, 30 in the second round, and just was exhausted. Pete Alonso kind of felt the pressure, I think, and struggled a little bit. Started pressing and. He made mention that, man, that dude takes that thing serious, man. He goes down below and meditates, and I mean, everybody else is kind of goofing off, but he really wanted to, I guess, be the first one to ever win 3 in a row. So, but again, the Albert Pujols swan song was pretty cool. How Kyle Schwarber was the #1 seed. I guess it's because he had the most homers coming into the All-Star break. But I looked at that matchup on that side, and I said, whoever's on that side of the bracket's got a really good chance. Acuna's not really built for a home run derby. I mean, his balls are so – I mean, he hits those things so daggum high. They come off the bat and just – most of these home run derbies is quick hands, line drives, get them out as fast as you can. He hits towering shots, and that's what he does during the season. And he was just getting too much loft last night. But he's not really made.
It seems like the dead pull hitters do better.
The dead pull hitters do.
He's center to right.
But he is definitely his powers to center field.
It's different.
But it is. But obviously he's a home run hitter, but just not suited for a competition like that.
So where was Austin Riley?
Yeah,
he got 24. He's got 27, doesn't he?
Yeah. He was a late addition to the All-Star team tonight. So you also got Vlad Guerrero, who made a push last year. Would have liked to seen him back in it as well. So there's some big time guys that weren't even part of it last night. But it was good to see some new guys as well. Juan Soto.
Yeah, you can't help but pull for Albert Pujols, but it was like, man. I mean,
man, you knew
he was giving it all.
You don't think Rodriguez was pulling for? You don't think he was pulling for Pujols to get in that final round?
I mean, man, he was. You don't often see guys, putting everything they can.
Hey, and when Schwarber just kind of crapped the bed, he was like, man, I'm like, do I have to get up and do this again? So
he was out of gas for sure.
Right. So, but
yeah, but All-Star game tonight, 7:00 on Fox. That's always a lot of fun.
But
maybe the National League can win.
Albert Pujols seeing a very storied career come to an end this year. I mean, I thought Manny Machado, he just kind of in awe. He was like, look, I don't think we realize who's out here right now. And what's going on is one of the best of our generation. He's
one of the best of any generation.
That's right. So how many home runs is he shy of 700?
He's right there.
He's right at it.
Yeah, he's right there at the cusp.
Is he 694?
It's something like that.
But anyway, again, these guys and their careers, 20 years in the league and has done it really well.
Yeah, he's one of those rare breed that's got mammoth home runs, but he's also 3,000 hits. And,
right.
I mean, he high average most of his career.
Right.
Just a phenomenal.
Everything you want.
Phenomenal, yeah. And stayed healthy for the majority.
He has.
That's not easy to do in baseball. Again, we'll talk about SEC Media Days. Have you caught any of that to start? Are you paying any
Just a little bit of it. So, I mean, Media Days, as I told Gary last week on his show, I've been on his show more than my own. So, but anyway, like I told him last week that, at the end of the day, Media Days is really just kind of a formality now. It's not – we used to look forward to Media Days for breaking news, the quotes, all that. But with social media, really kind of has stolen most of that. That doesn't really happen anymore. Everything about every team if you want to. By the time they get to Media Days, it's just hey, basically, let me reintroduce myself to everybody. This is what I've been doing, and it gives the media on Media Row a chance to interview guys and players one-on-one. But for the most part, the lore of Media Days kind of evaporated a few years ago when social media just got ramped up.
That's true. One thing you always going to get from Lane Kiffin is some print material. He basically says NIL is legalized cheating. Now, everybody knows that's the truth.
He ought to know.
Everybody understands. And he said, look, how do you have a good NIL program? You have good boosters. I mean, nobody will say that out loud but him.
You know what? But he's saying what everybody else knows and thinks. And he's right by saying that, because it's all about the haves and the have-nots. If you're a have, you're going to be able to go out and put deals on the table that are enticing to whoever. And if you're not, or if you've got boosters that are less likely to really kind of pull the trigger on deals, then you're going to suffer. That's the nuts and bolts of college athletics now. Are your boosters, your big money guys, your corporations that back your program on board to pay these players? And look, NIL, that's just where people miss the whole boat. NIL, if you read the rule, doesn't have anything to do with getting somebody to come to your school. No. It's got something to do with the kids that are there earning off of their name, image, and likeness. This thing's totally flipped exactly how we knew it was going to flip. Use it as an enticement tool, a recruitment tool, and that's why Lane Kiffin's saying it's illegal. I mean, or it's legalized cheating is basically what it is, because right out of the gate, that's what people were doing. They misinterpreted on purpose. They knew that, hey, we're going to use money deals to try to get more people to come here.
Well, it's almost like people, they pretended for a while up until the legislation became, or the Supreme Court case. They pretended like, pay for play is still illegal. Absolutely. Pay for play is not, that's illegal. We're just talking about kids profiting from their name.
That's what they turned NIL
and
to.
in 5 minutes, it turned into pay for play.
That's exactly.
And
what
everybody, people no longer even pretend.
No,
they just go out and
man, they got the Texas A&M guy on video saying that's
the associate athletic director at Auburn University said we got to figure out how to get these 85,000 people in the stands to chip into these collectives so we can get the best players. What? You just say it out loud.
I mean, that's what everybody's saying out loud. Because if you're not saying it out loud, then you're behind. And Nick Saban said it weeks ago. He said, no, we don't even know what we're doing. He said, none of us do. I mean, and that's where you're going to see frustration set in maybe from some of these older coaches where they're just going to say, look, I'm gonna bow on out. This isn't me.
I can go to the NFL and do this and get paid more.
Well, that's right.
I mean,
So it's kind of one of those situations where, unfortunately, you've got a game and a sport that we have all loved, and we've known things have gone on behind closed doors, but it's just out in the wide open now, and everybody's clamored for that for so long, and now that it's out there, everybody doesn't like it too much.
Isn't that funny how that happens? We get our first break here on the Auburn Blitz. Don't go anywhere. Media predictions versus reality for the Auburn Tigers over the last 20 years. About what you would expect, I think. Don't go anywhere. More to come right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice. Bice Motors.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, it's Brett Pritchard, and I'm here to tell you all about Sims Foods, who you know better as Wickles Pickles. Wickles Pickles, that 90-year-old recipe, wickedly delicious. Relish, okra, and pickles. From Saturday sandwiches, tailgate snacks, to holiday dinners with your family and friends. From their family to yours, Wickles Pickles, those wickedly delicious pickles.
Wickles Pickles, wickedly delicious pickles.
At Glenn Smith and Opelika, we're celebrating our 30th anniversary. Check out these Hot July offers on powerful full-size Chevy and GMC trucks. The Chevy Silverado discounted up to $6,500 off. Or the GMC Sierra $5,000 off. Plus, get financing as low as 0% on several models. New inventory is arriving daily.
We have over 200 new and used vehicles on the ground or on the way. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Brett here with you for about 45 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Always find us from 12 to 1 right here on your Spectrum cable dial, or you can dial us up on the Sports Blitz Facebook page at Sports with a Z, and comment away. We're brought to you each and every day by Big Fish Real Estate for all your real estate needs here in the Lake Martin area, as well as down there on the coast. Give them a call today, 551-BIG-FISH, or look them up, bigfishlakemartin.com. Brett, I think we got a phone call.
Yeah, let's go to the phone lines. Caller, go ahead, John Auburn Blitz.
Yes, thank you for taking my call, guys. I hope you all are having a good day.
Wonderful.
I have a couple of questions, and I'm going to hang up and listen once I ask them. They're both football related. Who do you all see as being Auburn's starting quarterback for this season, and how do you kind of see that unfolding, and what are your pros and cons on that? And my second question is, what do you all know, or what is y'all's knowledge about what's going on down at Auburn as far as NIL? Are we very active in that, or are we standing around just talking about it, worried about it, or what's going on? I'm not crazy about it, but dadgum, that's just the way it is. You better get with it or you're going to get left behind. And I'll hang up and listen to y'all's comments. So thank you for taking my call, guys.
Appreciate it, Jerry. Appreciate you so much. First question about the quarterback, it better be Calzada. And the reason I say that, or anybody other than TJ Finley. If it's not Zach Calzada or Robbie Ashford, then look, man, I don't really have anything else left to add. And I'm not trying to be detrimental to, to TJ Finley or be negative toward him or wish ill will. That's not it at all. I know the kid's got a good attitude and he's got a good work ethic, but he just ain't got what Auburn needs or any really team needs in the SEC to compete at the highest level. Okay, so I've said my piece on that. It needs to be one of those two guys, and Robbie Ashford hasn't really had any experience, and Zach Calzada, he started most of the year for A&M and won some really big games. He also lost some games that he probably shouldn't have. So maybe it's a new start for him. He's definitely got all the tools. I think that's why Brian Harsin went out and personally sought him out to try to get him to come to Auburn, and it worked. So we'll see. That's just my take.
Yeah, I think it will be a legitimate three-way competition to begin fall practice. I'm with Brett. I think Zach Calzada will win the job. To be perfectly honest, if he does not win the job, if he gets beat out by TJ Finley, I think Auburn's in trouble.
Well, we're in trouble. I mean, there ain't no other way to spin it.
I think Robbie Ashford's kind of a wild card. I think that he's got a lot of ability. I was actually pretty impressed with him in the spring game. Now, he hasn't played. I mean, it's basically like throwing a true freshman out there because he didn't play at all at Oregon. So
That's what I'm saying. He has no experience.
But he's got a lot of talent. So, but I'm kind of rolling with Calzada. I think he will win the job. I think he's 100% healthy, and I think he's probably the best option for Auburn.
Question 2 on NIL. I think Auburn is changing over. It's from NIL Auburn to whatever to Conquer, I believe, or something like that.
It's just being bought out.
Is Jason Campbell still going to be in the lead of that, or is it just? I mean, what'd they buy out? I didn't know there was anything really. I mean, the rights, I guess.
It was bought out by the dentist.
Why didn't we just create? Why didn't we just create NIL something Auburn, and then somebody just come buy that from us? That would have been the easier thing. But no, I think you talked about it a few weeks ago about the players getting paid at Auburn is up there. I think $6 million.
$6 million.
But majority of that's probably to Suni Lee. Let's be honest, and Jabari Smith.
Yeah.
The rest of it. So, Jerry, the answer to that question is I don't really know what level Auburn's at as far as NIL. I mean, if they're not at the top and they're not on the cutting edge, it isn't going to take long to see the repercussions from it. And like you said, I'll echo what you said getting off. I don't really like it, but it is what it is. And if you don't jump in head, arms, waist, knees, feet, all the way into the deep end, then you're gonna get left so far behind. You're just going to be trying to be mediocre every year because you're not going to get any of the good players. And, all you naive people out there that say, oh, hold on a minute. What do you mean get the good people, get the good players? You're not supposed to use it that way. Well, that's how it's being used. It has nothing. You can get to Auburn and you can get to these universities and use it for your, your betterment and try to sign deals, but they're using it as enticements to get people to sign. That's the bottom line.
I think if you ask, I will agree with one statement that came out of an Auburn article last week. I think if you asked everybody, every team would say, yeah, we're behind. We got to do better. Now, they said something to Brian Kelly about LSU. They said, what the rumor is, the talk is that LSU is falling behind in NIL. He said, I think we're doing fine. Now, you ask Auburn as Executive Associate Athletic Director Rich McGlynn. He came out and said on the record, Auburn is near or at the top of the SEC and what student athletes are making from NIL.
Right.
If you listen to him, if you listen to what he says, that nobody is not choosing Auburn because of NIL money, because of the money that they can make through NIL.
But that leads you to be a little bit more concerned about other things.
Yes, it does. If that's the case, I'm happy.
Well, we know the bed that's been made. We know the bed that's been made for Auburn. Before we go to break, Jim said Mike Leach started his press conference with no opening statement. Said, I hate opening statements, and I'm ready to get to the good stuff. He was asked, give Saban's success in the SEC, what do you see that makes him good? Mike said, resources at Alabama. He's a better coach at Alabama than he was at Michigan State.
True.
There you go.
That's very, very true.
Money makes the world go around, doesn't it?
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
Russell Building Supply and Home Center is just around the corner in a brand new, convenient location with a wide selection of grills, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. The new store offers more home improvement items along with other helpful conveniences like a drive-through lumber yard and our Best Rewards program, making it an ideal destination for do-it-yourselfers and professional contractors. Get ready for game day on the plains by stocking up on all your Auburn tailgating gear at Russell Building Supply and Home Center.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Brett here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. We're brought to you each and every day by Russell Do-It Center. They got 10 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Do-It Center today. Ty says, did Auburn have any of their signees get drafted? Not as of through 10 rounds. So that is a really good sign that Auburn might actually get to bring in an entire class.
That'd be unbelievable.
And four of those guys, the ones they were really worried about, Ike Irish and Zach Crotchfeld, and there were two more. I can't remember what their names were, but they were like 4- and 5-star guys that were really, really good. None of them got drafted yet. Now, that doesn't mean they won't in the next one, the 10 rounds, but it's a pretty good sign that they may end up at Auburn.
Terry, what's up, man?
How y'all doing today, guys?
Doing good, brother.
Good. Andy, was that you yesterday talking about the tight end that committed to Ohio State over Auburn?
Yes, sir. Jelani Thurman.
Okay. Let me make this statement because I don't have a whole lot to share with you guys today. But Brian Harsin will be a complete failure because he can't recruit. That's why, and he's going to try to play a style of football that compares to Georgia and Alabama, and he won't be able to last because they're going to always get the better athletes and the better players. So he will be a success and a complete failure because he can't recruit. That's why. In a nutshell, that's what needs to be said. He can't recruit. I'm not sure he has a desire to recruit, Brett. We've commented this on several occasions. I don't think he has a desire to recruit. I don't think he knew what he was getting into when he come from Idaho. But he can't recruit. That's why he will be a failure.
Well, if he doesn't have if he doesn't have a desire to recruit, and he won't last long. Nobody in this business lasts long, and that's why you see a lot of guys want to go to the pros rather than college. And you see some NFL coaches that just can't make it in college because they don't want to deal with all the recruiting that goes along with it. So
let me say this, Brett.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Brett and Andy. I don't want to hear anybody call up and talk about the running back and the receiver they just got because those are top-notch players. But that's not where Auburn's needs are. Their needs are on the offensive and defensive lines. Am I correct?
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah, see, that's the point. You call up and say, people call up and say, well, they got the running back, got the wide receiver. Well, great. I'd love to have them. They're going to be great players. But you know what? I ain't seen a receiver catch a pass yet with a quarterback laying on his rear end.
Yeah,
you know, I wish people would understand that and just come around. And you know, was that you, Andy, yesterday talking about his opening statement more than 7 minutes?
Yes.
Okay. It needs to be less than that. I think it's going to be more, but it needs to be less because nobody cares what he has to say. He's the worst coach in the SEC. And Brett, you know this as well as I do. The natives down there that are restless, that don't like him to start with, are going to look for any reason they can to get rid of him, and that will be the ammunition they need. I think they do have a good year this year, a 7 or 8 win season. And then people are going to say, "Oh, look what he's building." The next year he's going to go 3-9 or 5-7.
I don't consider a 7-win season a good season.
Right.
I mean that would be one more win than they had last year. So I don't consider 7 wins at Auburn at any time a good season. I consider 8 to be average, and you know anything above that, you start saying, okay, you've had a pretty good year if you can win 9+ games. But 7 wins, no, that's not a good year.
Well, Brett, how do you feel about this? I always said but just as important as the wins are how competitive they are in the losses. If you can beat 59-6 against Alabama or Georgia, that's not going to look well.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get beat like that this
year. Either, but I'm just saying. I'm making a point.
No. In the past, that's how we judged Gene Chizik, and that's how we criticized because you know in 2011, if you'll remember, I think we won 8 games and we lost 5, and 4 of them were to our rivals, and they were all blowouts. And so it was like, okay, you went 8-5, but what did you do? You're so far away from the teams that matter. It didn't matter about the 8 wins, and then the next year we saw the collapse come. So, no, you're right. I mean, it's all about how competitive you are because if you look at Nick Saban, and I'm going to continue to use him as a barometer because that's what everybody strives to be, you know, not only has he not – let's take away the very few losses, but nobody's ever really been able to mastermind a way to blow him off the field. When they lose – it's at the last part of the game or it's within a touchdown or maybe 10 points. He's only had a handful of losses where it was more than double digits. I mean, where it was over single digits. It was in the double digits. So, you know, that to me, and even through the span of time of different coaches for Auburn, you have Auburn every once in a while, every year, just lay an egg and get blown off the field. And it shouldn't happen. That just shouldn't happen.
Well, now, Brett, you know from history, I don't have no problem criticizing Gene Chizik.
You and a lot of other people.
Take care, guys.
All right, thank you so much.
Well, by that rationale, last year had a lot of close losses.
Well, they did, and that here's going into this year. That's why I said I think the guy can really coach. I don't think we're going to get blown out, you know. But we also dodged a bullet against Georgia State. And a lot of this comes down to how you prepare your players every week, no matter who the opponent is. And I know people get tired of the Nick Saban references, but that's what he talks about, keeping focus, whether it's Southeast Louisiana or Ohio State. You know, it's all about how you focus and prepare and what you allow to happen on the field. And, you know, when you have mental breakdowns and your team gets blown out or you don't play well against a lesser than opponent, that's your coaching. That's where that preparation and you getting your team to buy into whatever that is that week and getting them to go out there and perform. And That's where Auburn's had problems in past coaches. I mean, all of them, really.
Well, I mean, it goes back, I mean, Gene Chiswick, Gus Malzahn struggling against Mercer.
That's what I'm saying.
And, I mean,
we turned the ball over 5 times in the game. I mean, that's mental preparation.
Now, Alabama also did give up 300 yards to Georgia Southern.
They sure did.
And, I mean, they've struggled.
They've had their, like I said.
They struggled for a half, and then
they blew. But just look at the whole body of work. Nick Saban doesn't get blown out.
I mean, Oklahoma, Utah, Auburn beat them by, 12?
That's the largest big amount that we've had against them in years.
In my lifetime.
That's right.
Up against the break here. Don't go anywhere. We'll take some of your comments when we come back right after this.
Lake Martin has a new car buying experience. It's the TR Group of Alex City on Cherokee Road. The TR Group has up to 100 late model vehicles to choose from and will not be beat on price, selection, or financing. With the TR Group, your selection and quality is easy and your good credit is rewarded. But we offer guaranteed financing on our inventory because your future is more important than your past. The TR Group, Lake Martin's new standard in auto sales. Located at 814 Cherokee Road, Alex City, USA.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Whether you prefer bricks, clicks, or taps, there's one place built around all your needs. For whatever it is you want to do. Even if your needs change, we'll be right there with you, making it all possible. Because you never know when a new addition will come along. So walk in, log on, or tap away. Either way, Valley's built to help you do you. Wherever life takes you, we'll be right there with you.
Hey guys, this is Nate Paz with Airport Motors.
I'm Connor Branch with Fairway Auto Brokers in Opelika, Alabama.
And this is your first ever Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz.
That's right, Lake Martin. Airport Motors and Fairway Auto Brokers is teaming up for the very first Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz. Make sure to check out either website for the very best selection of pre-owned luxury trucks, SUVs, and sedans in East Alabama. Get pre-approved in minutes online and make sure to use the keyword Summer Blitz in the comments section for $500 off internet price. That's keyword Summer Blitz.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Alex City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs. Or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Hey, this is Doug Roberts, long-term resident of Alexander City. I sold my house with Century 21 Lake Area Realty because all my life I had heard that to sell a house, you need 3 things: location, location, location. I found out there's actually 4. You need location, 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 and Rhonda Gaskins at Century 21 Lake Area Realty to sell your house fast.
Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Brubaker Motors in Montgomery is the largest and fastest growing used car dealership in the river region. You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker. It's better at Brubaker.com.
Brubaker.
Absolutely. Get a better buy at Brubaker.
BREWBAKER. BREWBAKER.com.
It's better at Brubaker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Brett here with you, taking you up to 1 o'clock on today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there, again, being with us, brought to you each and every day by Mortgage Pro. The Eric McKinley team, saving people thousands of dollars each and every year on their home mortgage. Give them a call today, 256-397-0248, 256-397-0248. Some comments coming rolling through. Let's see.
Ty said he thinks the defense will keep us in most of the games this year, but my friend said, don't be surprised if Harsin don't make it out of October. There's all kind of predictions all over the place. I hope it don't go down that road. I really don't. Kyle said this is kind of guy Charles Barkley was talking about. He said, good Lord, man, someone tell Harsin to get him a tight end immediately. I guess referring back to Terry's comments. And John Paul said, I agree with Brett. 7 wins is not a good season. It's not. I mean,
oh, no.
It's just not. Not at this level, not for the program that Auburn is.
8 wins is not a good season.
8, well, I told you.
It's a mediocre season.
8 wins is average. I mean, because let's just be honest about it. You got 4 games on the schedule that's a daggum cupcake. So that means all you got to do is win 4 conference games out of the rest. You win. I mean, we were 6-2 last year. That's the hard pill to swallow. It's how everything finished, and then, of course, our fabulous fan base and contributors decided that they wanted to go out there and make up a bunch of junk on a guy and create a bigger mess that we're having to dig out of right now. So we've hurt ourselves in the long run by doing this. I think there's some recruits out there that are very bought into Auburn, but they're getting fed the lines from these other coaches out there from these other programs. Man, you don't know if this guy ain't going to be there next year. They tried to get him out this year. So Auburn created this storm to a degree themselves by and when I say Auburn, the people that they allowed to go in there and do what they did, and whoever it is. I mean, we hear names and all that, but whoever it is, they know who they are, and now they've left this for everybody to deal with. They've made the whole situation a lot more difficult.
No question. Jim says Auburn over-under wins 7. If it's under, does Harsin get the axe?
I do. I think so.
His AD not being re-signed is not a good sign.
I think both of them are gone. If Auburn goes 6-7 again, then that's 2 years in a row with a very mediocre recruiting probably compiled on top of it. Just can't take that anymore. Not in this day and age, not with the way the shift to college football is going. You can't withstand that. So you got to show improvement this year and build on that and finish strong in recruiting. All that's a must. Let's go to the phone lines. Caller, go ahead. You're on the Auburn Blitz.
All right, Brett and Andy, how y'all doing?
What's up, my man? How are you?
Y'all not getting any rain or wind down there yet, are you?
Not yet, but I think it's coming.
Oh, yeah, we're getting it too. I had one little thing, and it's not. You kind of made me think about this a little bit, Brett. When that Burgess, General Burgess, you know who else was a general, don't you? Was George Armstrong Custer. That inquisition that he led last year, like you say, it burns me up every time I think about it. I don't know if y'all fellows at the root of it or what. I have a hunch, but that I can't prove that. But it still makes me mad that they poisoned the water. Now that is sort of sick, and I'll tell you, we have a history of that. And I think really, I've said this before. If we go back to the NCAA with big problems, we would absolutely have our own hang rope with us. I mean, it's just to hear fans after 1 year, like I said, what Tuberville did the first year, what Dye did the first year, Malzahn and Terry Bowden, no. That was a whole different set of circumstances. Chiswick did it the second year and paid for it dearly. But anyway, I guess all my point is this. That thing smelled bad to me when they transferred the general from where he was over there to the athletic department. I remember it was before the season started, and I thought then, there's something odd about this, because Harsin has a good record, he has a good reputation, and boy, it blew up in their face as far as I'm concerned. And these people that are counting him out totally are crazy as hell. They need to go root for whoever else. I don't care. If you're an Auburn fan, that's what you're supposed to be. Right, wrong, win, lose, or draw. You don't have to like any of that stuff. But I've lived 70-something years with being an Auburn fan, and I'll go to my grave feeling that way. And any of these people that are negative about everything can just go to hell. That's just the way I feel about it, guys. Y'all do a great job. Hope you have a good day, and, of course, war damn Eagle.
James, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Kyle said, it's a man's first year. Got hired when you couldn't go to high schools, make relationships with coaches. Time will tell. But sheesh, man, how many coaches would still be at their current job? No doubt. All of that coming into that situation with COVID, can't get people on campus. I'm telling you, I would not have a problem. Auburn was sitting at 6-2. Even the way Auburn finished the season, I would not have a problem with this going into the offseason if Auburn hadn't hurt itself. Now we don't know I don't know if we'll ever get a true picture of what the man could really do. That's the thing that makes you mad. And when I say if he goes 6-7, will he be out? Yes, because they were trying to get him out last year, and it would just have snowballed on itself to this point. I'm pulling for the guy. I want him to be successful. I don't want to go through any more coaching searches. I'm just saying that the guys at Auburn that decided to do what they did, I don't think they realized how much daggum damage they did to their own program. Yeah. They handicapped this man to the point where I don't know if we'll ever get a true picture. Maybe he can survive it, and maybe he can win 8, 9, 10 games and get this thing turned around, get some recruits in here. But at the end of the day, it boils down to, can you get the players to come to your program? I'll sacrifice the season this year if he could finish in the top 10 in recruiting, man. I'm serious. That would tell me more than anything about him and this program rather than what the win record.
Unfortunately, I think those things are inextricably linked.
Well, they're kind of locked at the hip.
If you have
right now they are, because all the other coaches in these other programs are pounding them and saying, look, the best thing that can happen for Auburn is to win a bunch of games this year and reinstill the confidence in these recruits.
Up against another break here. We'll be back with one final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Tuesday, right after this.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
Don't be caught in a dirty vehicle. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have your vehicle or boat looking like brand new in no time, and you'll be back driving in style. They specialize in detailing, paint correction, gel coat restoration, and ceramic coating. Take it to the professionals at Lake Martin Mobile Detailing. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or stop by and see them at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville. Mention this ad and receive $10 off. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing for your cleanest vehicles around.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Need that boost to get you started in the morning or help get you through a long day at the office? Alex City Nutrition is your answer. Alex City Nutrition, located on 2nd Broad Street in downtown Alex City, offers meal replacement shakes, post-workout shakes, extreme rebuild products, and a vast array of loaded teas that offer focus, energy, and build up your immunity and overall health. Want to buy in bulk? We now offer your favorite flavors by the gallon. Come by Alex City Nutrition today or call 256-496-8284 to begin your journey to great health.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Tuesday afternoon. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Be sure to join us tomorrow, same time, same channel. Tomorrow, SEC Media Days will continue. Auburn and Brian Harsin won't be there until Thursday. They won't take the stage until Thursday, but looking forward to that as well. The third round, I think it's 11 through 20 rounds of the Major League Baseball draft will continue today. We'll see if any more Auburn players get drafted or any more signees get drafted.
You know, MLB draft is just so discreet and in the shadows compared to NFL and
well, you know, they used to do it during the College World Series.
I know.
Or like right before.
I mean, they now start the daggum thing on a Sunday.
Yeah.
I mean, Braden asked me, he's like, why does Major League Baseball do this? I said, because nobody cares. I mean, I'll be honest with you.
Well, it's because
nobody gives a rip.
You're not going to see these guys for 2 or 3 years.
That's right. I mean, this is not immediately.
It's a different sport.
Yeah, it is. It's just different.
So it works different. The minor league system is
all right. So out of the ones that got drafted by from Auburn, who's got the best opportunity to make it, and who's got the least?
I got to say, I think Blake Burkhalter's got the best chance.
Yeah,
he just got nasty stuff.
Well, his stuff's nasty, and he's got good velocity. To me, the least, and it goes hand in hand with the way they were drafted. Sonny DeShera, I think what he did, it worked in college, but if he doesn't get in better shape, and everybody can hit at that level. That's the thing, and I know he really kind of took a major step forward from Sanford to Auburn, but if he doesn't get in a little bit better shape and do some things, it's going to be tough for him. Not saying he can't, but I think it's going to be a little bit tougher for him than it will be some of the other guys. Now, I don't really have a feeling on Trace Bright or Mason Barnett. I think, they can get they can get to, a level with whoever it is that they're with and kind of enhance what they've got. But outside of that, I think, Blake Burkhalter's your best get.
Yeah, I would kind of agree with that. Mason Barnett, he and Trey Sprite both have pretty good stuff, and I think it could be, they get a few tips and get a little bit more consistent. They might be able to come up. I'm not sure they have, a long, Major League Baseball future, but we'll see. You never know. If Barnett's got high velocity, he's got a lot of movement. He's the kind of guy that you could probably Major League staffs and look at and say, man, we could do something with this guy. He's got so much raw ability. So, but I don't disagree with you. I think Sonny, I think he could. I know he can hit the baseball, but can he harness that? We will have to wait and see. It is July the 19th. On this day, the very first Wimbledon championship was won by a man by the name of Spencer Gore. And on this day, 1884, the first women's Wimbledon championship was won. Maude Watson beat her little sister. Not everybody thinks the Williams sisters. First time met now.
No.
Happened many, many, many years ago. Maude beat Lillian Watson.
How about that?
And the women, they made the women play best 3 out of 5, not just 2 out of 3 back in those days. On this day, 1996, I'm sure you remember it well, the Summer Olympiad opened up in Atlanta, Georgia.
How about that?
I went to
I never won it.
Went to a soccer game at Legion Field. The Americans played Argentina, I think. Got beat too, but nonetheless.
Okay, but you got to go.
It was a really
you got
cool
to go
event
and you got to watch it.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's pretty cool.
Happy birthday today, Max Fleischer. Born on this day, 1883, creator of Popeye.
Creator of Popeye.
And Betty Boop.
Okay.
He was an animator, very influential for a lot of animation going forward. I always liked Popeye the Sailor Man.
You like Betty Boop?
Not
really.
Nah. Betty Boop. Pat Hingle, he was in a lot of Clint Eastwood movies. Okay. He was the judge in Hang 'em High.
Okay.
He was the sheriff there in Sudden Impact. Okay. He was Commissioner Gordon in Batman.
Okay, I got you.
There you go, Pat.
There you go.
George Hamilton the fourth, country music singer, Abilene. There you go. Prettiest thing I've ever seen. Yeah. How about Commander Cody? No. How about Hot Rod Lincoln? Ever heard that song? Mm-hmm. Okay, there you go. There's Commander Cody and his Flying Airmen, I think.
How about that?
George DeZunza.
Who was that?
He was Basic Instinct. He was Michael Douglas' partner. Kind of chubby guy.
Right.
No Way Out. Great movie, Kevin Costner. You remember that movie?
I do.
He was the guy that was a computer expert in a wheelchair. That's George DeZunda.
Okay. DeZunda.
Yeah. Ilia Natasi, tennis player. Brian May from Queen, who was also an astrophysicist.
How about that?
Got his doctorate in astrophysics in like 2007. So apparently he's a smart guy. Whatever happened to Jason Stark, sports writer?
Yeah.
He used to be very prominent. I don't hear anything from
Nothing.
him. He fell off the earth. Alan Collins, one of the founding members of Lynyrd Skynyrd, survived the plane crash.
He survived the plane crash.
Anthony Edwards. Goose.
Not the Anthony Edwards that played at Georgia.
No, Anthony Edwards that played on ER.
That's right.
How about Stuart Scott?
Made ESPN kind of what it was.
Vitaly Klitschko, Preston Wilson, Benedict Cumberbatch. No, Sherlock Holmes.
Okay.
And Rick Ankiel.
Okay.
Completely lost it against the Braves in the playoffs.
Sure did.
Came back as a center fielder and actually played for the Braves.
Came full circle.
Yeah, but that was sad. That was hard to watch. Him play.
The implosion.
Yeah. That's going to do it for us. He's Brad. I'm Andy. So long for now, everybody. We'll talk again soon.